Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Patholkis, and this is The Boys, Season 2, Episode 1, The Big Ride. Welcome back, everybody, to The Boys, to the second season of The Boys. And before I get started here, I'm going to take care of a little bit of business and then we'll get into it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching, tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below here. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule that I change out every week up there. And you can also see all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. No tier set up on the Patreon. And I have links to this YouTube page, YouTube channel, I should say, my Facebook page, and my Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. All right. With that said, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. So yes, spoiler alert. So we're back, and Billy's gone. We don't know where Billy is, but we're now with Huey, Frenchie, Mother's Milk, and Kimiko, and they are hiding out with Frenchie's gangster friends, just in this dump in in the basement of a pawn shop or a jewelry store. You see all these little ass jewelry stores all over the place and cities downtown and all that kind of stuff. And that's where they're hiding out. And they are public enemy number one. Vought is looking for them. They have their names and their faces posted. Well, they don't have Frenchie's name because Frenchie's name is unknown. Posted all over TV, including Billy Butcher, for killing Madeline. And so everyone's looking for them at this point. So Huey is still meeting up with Starlight every now and then, and they have come up with a plan to get Compound V, a little bit of Compound V, and take down Vought. And when Huey brings this up to Mother's Milk, the concept of getting some Compound V and bringing down Vought, MM just gets really fucking pissed at Huey. And he wants to see his wife and his daughter, of course, and he is very pissed off the situation that he is in. And he partially blames Huey for it, for the ongoing relationship with Starlight, but he's also pissed at himself because he got dragged back into all of this too. So we don't really get Billy in this one. This is, we get him at the end of the episode, but he is missing in the picture all this, at this time. And Huey is trying to step up, but of course he just doesn't have the presence. Nobody really does. And nobody has that take charge kind of attitude. Huey attempts it, but doesn't really have it there. In the meantime, they find out that their hosts, they're the gangster guys, have been smuggling in people. So yeah, and they see video of a soup terrorist who comes aboard one of the ships that they have smuggled in people, and the guy lifts up the ship out of the water with his mind and throws it on one of the guys. The reason why they find this out is because the guy who has a ship land on him comes in to get patched up by Mother's Milk, and he's like, I can't do anything. You got to take me to the hospital. What the fuck happened? And they see the video of all this, and they're like, well, shit. Maybe if we bring this to Raynor, of course, the deputy director of the CIA, maybe she can help them. And of course, that's what they do. Best laid plans, right? But as soon as Raynor starts talking about that this is the piece of the puzzle that she was missing in something bigger, and you just handed it to me. And as soon as she starts to talk about this and she's going to tell MM about this, Her nose starts bleeding and her head fucking explodes. They scream, get in the van, and drive off. They are assed out now at this point. And Raynor's dead on top of this. So they are truly assed out at this point. Nothing going, they've got nothing going on at this point. So Frenchie calls Billy in. And that's how come we get Billy coming in at the very end of the episode. And as he puts it, Daddy's home. So this episode was fairly we're kind of getting back into the swing of things. We're seeing where things are at. And also I should mention in Vought, we get Stormfront brought in as well. So it's a new person for the 7, and Homelander is trying to throw his weight around a little bit with the upstairs people. And Giancarlo Esposito is not having this at this point. Yeah, he's like, fuck you. He goes, we are not, as he puts it, a superhero company. We are a pharmaceutical company. And he actually schools Homelander on Compound V and where it came from and how it came from World War II. And we get mention of Soldier Boy, by the way, too, who has now just been cast for season 3 with Jensen Ackles, who we'll see there as well. And that whole thing with the Daredevil ripoff, if you will, that I forget what his name was, Blind Spot or something, that they wanted to bring in, that Ashley wanted to bring in as a new member of the 7. And he goes, I have a question for you, as a Homelander said. What if someone does, and he just smashes his ears together, and Blind Spot's laying on the floor screaming with blood coming out of his ears, and he goes, now you're just a regular blind guy. And it's like, wow, man, that's pretty fucked up, and of course, we also have the Deep, who is still drinking his way through Sandusky, Ohio, and getting into trouble. And of course, he gets put in jail, and he gets bailed out by someone named Eagle, who, of course, is a Hawkeye ripoff at this point, and having to, I guess he's going to find Dianetics or something like that, or, So we have all this working on at this point as well. Hey, Wally. How's it going? I didn't even see you were there. The boys coming back helped this terrible year. You're right. It did. And I'm liking Stormfront as well. Yes. I've already watched episode 2 already. I haven't watched episode 3 as of yet. So I'm cutting it off right there. I'm not going any further than that for the moment, for this. I don't want to give things away. But what I've seen so far, yes, I like. Maruf Novi says, laugh my ass off, Hawkeye ripoff. Patton Oswalt. Yeah, Patton Oswalt. I'm not going any further than that. Maruf Novi, that's episode 2, so I'm not going to mention that one as of yet. Wally, what did you say there? If they come to Hall H instead of Ballroom 20 next time, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I'm fairly sure they will. They're big enough now. They're Amazon's most watched show. So yes, I'm fairly sure they're going to Hall H. I'm still glad I was able to actually go to the premiere, the first 2 episodes last year at Comic-Con. That was actually really fucking cool. It was outside, and having the whole cast there, and almost literally bumping into Jack Quaid, not knowing who the fuck he was. Being the clueless motherfucker that I am sometimes, it does happen. He was just standing right next to me, and I didn't know who he was until some people started coming up in droves, and then his handlers realized that he had gotten away from him, and they came and surrounded him and took him away. It was kind of funny. I mean, it literally happened within 45 seconds, something like that. So yeah, but yeah, going back to this episode, kind of a slow start to things. I guess Jennifer Esposito didn't want to be in The Boys anymore, and so her head just went. I mean, she was gone. She was only in it for maybe 30 seconds or a minute, something like that. But yeah, I mean, she's gone now. Yeah. A lot of streams are going on tonight. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's because there's a lot of shit going on right now. There's 3 different shows that dropped everything. You've got this one, The Boys. You've got, of course, Raised by Wolves, which I'm covering as well. That's going to be next at 7:15 is what it's looking like. Um, and then, of course, Lovecraft Country decided, hey, you know what? We're going to drop episode 4 as well. We're going to drop it early. So yeah, they dropped that early as well. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So this episode right now didn't leave me with the feels. I was I was excited to see the boys come back, but this one I was just kind of like, yeah, okay. It was okay. I wanted a little bit more, but I don't know what I wanted out of it, to tell you the truth. But we just kind of got a wrap up of things of, coming back to everything. And then we also have, we've got episodes 2 and 3 to look forward to here too. So what is coming up for the rest of this week? Well, at 7:15, like I just said, I'm doing Raised by Wolves episode 2. Tomorrow is going to be another episode of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it. And I do episode 2 of The Boys tomorrow as well. And I do episode 3 of Raised by Wolves tomorrow as well, because it's crazy that way. Then Sunday, I do The Boys episode 3. And then we do Lovecraft Country. It's going to be a little bit earlier because it's already dropped, but I'm still leaving it on Sunday. I'm going to do Lovecraft Country on Sunday. Monday, I'm going to be off. Tuesday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And it's going to be Cobra Kai this time around, since seasons 1 and 2 have dropped on Netflix. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Yes, I know it's not genre, but fuck it. We're going to do it anyway. Wednesday, I'll be off. And then Thursday, we go back to normal of 1 episode of Raised by Wolves. And then Friday, The Boys, 1 episode of The Boys. Wow. A lot of stuff this week. So everything's dropping all at once and firing on all cylinders. So, yeah. Yes, and Homelander is a fucking psycho. Viking bitch, I agree with you. He's a complete and total psycho. That whole thing with the breast milk. Oh my god. And I mean, and Blind Spot and his reaction to the Stormfront was fucking priceless. So that was actually pretty good. But I had already seen that clip. They released that. I wish they hadn't released that clip early. I had seen it during it back in June, I believe it was. They were introducing the actress Ava Cash as Stormfront, and they showed that bit, and I was like, that was the best part. So BD says the texts on Stormfront's phone were hilarious. Yeah, they were pretty damn good. Oh man, there's some good stuff in there. I mean, it's rewatchable definitely, but like I said, this first episode had to rebuild things. Had to show us where we're at, and we got to find out what happened to Billy, why when he was gone, and what happened. So, because he just comes back all of a sudden, like, hey, and I love the whole thing when he comes back to, like, what the fuck are you wearing? He goes, clothes. He's wearing a tracksuit, like an Adidas tracksuit, instead of his normal, leather jacket and whatnot. Yeah. Viking bitch says that was so gross. I really want Homelander to die. Yeah. See, that's one thing that's great is when you can get somebody, an actor like Anthony Starr, who can make you hate a character so much, but at the same time, and I've said this before and I will say it again, your show is only as good as your villains. if you have heroes and villains, and if you really need to, you know, do that. What are you talking about, Viking bitch? I hope you're kidding about what? Oh, Homelander is a good dad. Okay, got it. You're responding to Philip there. I thought you were talking to me for a second. No, Homelander is not a good dad. He is fucking frightening, which you'll see in the next episode. Trying to think of anything else that I won't give anything away. No, I'm good. I'm not going to give anything else out there. Oh yeah, there was one other thing too. So Starlight is kind of every night she's been going to A-Train's hospital bed, and he's still alive, but he's on a ventilator after having a heart attack, from taking all that compound V. Yeah, so some pretty fucked up stuff. There, we got everything all back to normal. BD says, have to say I like Starlight's skimpy costume. I don't, BD. I really don't. That whole thing of both her and Huey getting dressed to meet each other, and her peeling off the wig and then taking off all the makeup and just looking tired, and Huey trying to pretend that he's happy, putting on a fake smile, and then just like fuck, and then trying to clean up out of the sink. And that was just, yeah, you're seeing both of them at their worst at this point. So yeah, it's the job. Yeah, it really is. And the thing is, she can't leave it because otherwise Homelander will kill her. Yeah, some pretty fucked up stuff. All right, so I'm going to wrap things up here and get ready for Raised by Wolves. That's what I'm going to do for episode 2. I'll be back though tomorrow with more boys. For those of you who are interested in the boys, episode 2, I'll be doing that. Just take a look at the schedule at suspendedfanimation.com. And remember, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops at the very end here. If you like what you see there, hit the subscribe button down there. Otherwise, you can also hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com and take a look at the schedule. Movie Finobi says Stormfront's line. Yes, I'm not gonna. Yes, next episode. All right. Okay, Dennis, get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. I will. Thank you, Penn, for putting that up there. All right, everyone. I will see you in about 45 minutes here. Yeah. It takes me a little while to type all this stuff up and send it out and promo it and blah, 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 and all that kind of good stuff. So that's why I give myself that little extra 15-minute cushion there. If you're watching Raised by Wolves on HBO Max, come on by. Like I said, 7:15, I'll be doing that. So until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, Homelander might be looking for you, and he might be looking for your breast milk. I don't know, which you really don't want him to do because he's kind of a freak about that. Thanks, everybody. I will see you in a little bit. Take care. Bye.